All right, thank you for staying with us. It's time for us to move on now on Sports Tonight, this beautiful Tuesday, and talk about preparations of our national teams. We will start by talking about the Dream Team 5. What? 5?
Issue 6? I think it's 6.
Dream Team. Let me just call them Dream Team or the Olympic Team. And then we will also later on talk about the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. But let's start by talking about the Dream Team. Samson Siasia, Fatah Mo, and the other coaches have been doing a lot of work. Yeah. Screening is still going on, and the date is Gabon. All Africa Games qualifier next February.
Yeah, well, the truth is the Dream Team and the Under-20 national team are actually the most important projects that the Nigerian Football Federation have at this moment in time. The Super Eagles have failed to deliver, and the truth is there is no guarantee that any of these players will be here 2017 when the next nation comes around. So
all right. Let's go to Abuja very quickly. Because I'm told that Ayo Oluibidapo is waiting to join us on the line from Abuja. Ayo, thank you for joining us on Sports Tonight. Ayo, you've been keeping tabs with the Dream Team and preparations for All Africa Games and the Olympic Games. What can you tell us from the number of those who have turned up and the quality of the trainings you've seen?
Well, the last year in Abuja, I can tell you that the Dream Team technical committee have been doing really a lot of work. I can tell you that. We go to that to describe what we actually have seen at the camp of the Dream Team, where we've had players allowed in. They just come from every little climate of the country, streaming, and they are allowed to express themselves. And something we see as I lead one leading, the rest of the technical, of course, I go there on the meetings and see what has been happening. And Omar has come, like I said the other time, actually was in. And good enough to this night. Fortunately for me, I'm at so in charge. Friends of football and something going on right now. So I have a good coach. Something with Siasia standing and on Sports Tonight this wonderful night. So, of course, it's listening to you, and then you can do a question training on Sports Tonight. Something Siasia is a question.
Coach Samson, thank you for joining us on Sports Tonight. You've been here before. 2008, you led this team to silver. What is the challenge for you? What are your expectations for 2016?
Expectations will be, we're trying to get a tune from now because we don't have it. And then we're working very hard since we started, from morning to night. Now I'm actually, I'm sleepwalking. But all the time, we got to put this team, good guys together. And I think, it's more progression gradually. I think like we have a team, we're building up a team that will become a great team in the future. I think that's what we have to do to get there.
How challenging has this been for you, Samson? Having to organize screening for 1,000 players, having to do this in bits and batches. How challenging is it for you putting all of this together?
Yeah, we didn't get that too.
How challenging has this been for you, Samson? Putting training camps together, 1,000 players coming for training, and the crowd, all in batches. How challenging has that been for you?
Well, it's kind of stressful there, but we have like 8% coaches that are working with me, so we have less good hands to make sure we don't make the right one. We have it was just an area. If you want to believe that, can naturally, the hardest, the put it together, and like it's just I was good to see how far, that's what we're good at this time, and we're able to get some players that we're working on, and then we train those players, and then we have those players, the level players out there, and send them, they'll be done at the end of this week. Then we're expecting the training those players. The winners that have been calling and calling us every time to make sure they want to be a part of it. So we're going to invite them, but we have to play that real back here for us to see them.
What timelines, Samson, what timelines are you looking at after you conclude with the screening that you are doing this weekend? What timelines are you working with so that you can have a team in place for February when you'll be playing against Gabon?
That's that we have to learn that. We can't keep screening. We have to start working on the ones we take. We're not having great players, but now this is the one we have. And what we do is we will start doing some changes and try to do some corrections and all that. Then we'll go for a break. As soon as we come back from that break, then we start doing some changes. But for now, we try to see if we can do this league charity. We have to go and there's no responding yet. But for now, after this week, everything there's one day players and then with that perspective, we'll see you guys can do it for another 1 week. I would want that. Then we'll take the ones we need to start working on them and we'll do some tournaments for Christmas.
But before I allow you to go, I want to ask you this question, Samson. Are you under any kind of pressure? Number one, you've been here before. You played up to the final of the Olympic Games. Is that putting pressure on you? Number two, the Super Eagles will not be at the Nations Cup. All eyes will be on our 8th grade teams. Your team, Olympic team, and Manu Gaba's Flying Eagles team. Is that added pressure for you to succeed?
Well, no, actually not worried about pressure. Right now, I'm just worried about trying to put a very good thing. I don't allow people to come in now, I think it's too early. What I should do is to focus on how to make sure this year stage is strengthened, how the top people understand how they want to play. We're going to be very disciplined in and out of the field. We're going to take it one game at a time. And for us to do better, we have to make sure we win against that ball. If we win, then we progress and become better. And we're going to have a chance to see more players. The 25 thing.
Well, we've been speaking to Samson Siasia, coach of Nigeria's Olympic team. He's been shedding light on how his team is getting ready for the All-Africa Games qualifier and by extension also getting ready for the Olympic Games qualifiers that will be starting next year. I think Samson really gave us some insight, and we must say a very big thank you to Ayo Oluwabidapo for linking us up with Samson Siasia at short notice. Yeah. And getting us that very lively and comprehensive interview with Siasia. But from what you have said, what can you pick out from all that has been going on? A lot has been going on. A lot of players have turned up. Yes. And he says screening must end this weekend. And a lot of the players, from what I said, a lot of them were not invited. Some of them just felt they could come and show their stuff. And, they showed up at the camp and they were given a fair trial. And it puts a tremendous amount of pressure on Samson Siasia. Despite what he's saying, he's a brave man. He's a good coach. He's proven that time and time and again. But it puts him under pressure. He has to live up to the high standards that he already set. He doesn't have a team in place. A lot of other teams have already started their preparations. We played the under-23 team of Ghana just a few weeks ago. It shows you how well prepared they are. Gabon have been camping as far back as March this year. The Gabonese team that we're meeting, and I suspect along the way we might meet that same Ghanaian team that we played in Uyo. So he's behind schedule, but we showed before that we can do this and come away with it. He doesn't need a perfect team now. He just needs a team that is good enough to scale the first hurdle. After that, he will now begin to chop and change, add a few things, strengthen the team where he thinks he needs strengthening. And the truth is, he has a good number of very seasoned coaches. He can't assess every player individually. All he can do is just delegate to probably people like Fatah Mao, just get me 2 or 3 good players out of this batch. We'll take it from there. Maybe I need one good midfielder, I need a creative midfielder, a centre back, a right full back from this group. Then those are the players that he will look forward to. And if he finds anything special, then he goes along into making the team. But like you said, these teams will be the focus of the attention of Nigerians, the under-23 national team, the under-20 team, the Golden Eagles as well. This is the future of Nigerian football. Forget the Super Eagles. What guarantees do we have that any of them will be there in 2017 when we are going to play in the Nations Cup? So this is where the focus is now for Nigeria in the nearest future. And I'm just wishing Samson Siasia all the best of luck. All right, so that's it for the Dream Team. We will keep our eyes on that team and try to even get you pictures of the team in training to see what quality they are made of. And you can trust us on this show to put our spotlight on that team and make them as strong as we can so that they can go to the Olympic Games and repeat what we did in 1996 when we became world champions at that level. All right, let's still talking about our 8 great teams. The Flying Eagles already settled in Kaduna. Bobby Sokari and Obina Onwobodo are the only players being expected from those called up by Coach Manu Gaba, and because it's because they have minor injuries to treat. So everybody is looking sharp, everybody is looking ready. African Youth Championship, Senegal 2015. Here we come.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned you placed too much emphasis on the under 23 team. This under 22 team also has a very, very big role to play in the coming future. There's nothing that says if we have standard performance here, they cannot be upgraded into the under 23 team. All these teams are more or less at this level. They are intermediate senior players. We've seen players who are 18, 19 or have done well on the 20 level being upgraded to the senior national teams. And remember, yes, we have done well on the African continent, but we have never won the under 20 FIFA under 20 World Cup at all. We've come close a few times, played in the final a few times. So there's also pressure on this team. Manu Garba did brilliantly well with under 17 team in the UAE last year. A lot of expectations are also placed on this team as well. A good team, a decent team. They did very well during their qualifiers. The core of the team is still strong. Manu Garba and his able assistant Nduka Ogbade are still together, and they wanted to be one big family, one strong fighting unit, plenty of talented players based in Nigeria and abroad, and a lot of these players I feel should have made the step up probably to the Super Eagles at some point in time. For example, Musa Mohammed, the captain of the under-17 team, when we needed a right good back in the Super Eagles, I felt these kind of people should have been put up in the shop window to get a good look into the team. But I wish them all the best of luck, as I wish all the other coaches. They've qualified for the competition, which is the most important part. When you coach a Nigerian national team, the minimum requirement is qualification for the tournament.